Hello, collective. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing well. This is Adani back with another reading. If it's your first time on my channel, please do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another reading. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know at this time. I am currently taking personal readings if you are in need of one. And I am running a special right now, okay? For 4th of July week and weekend, okay? I'm running a special for a 20-minute reading for $35, okay? So if you want a personal reading, this is the time to do it. All right, let's see what messages wants to come through. Divine Spirit, what messages do you want us to know at this time? First card out is Two of Swords. So this is like indecisive on which direction you want to go. The card says, wake up. What is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly want? It's almost like, you know, 1 minute you know what you want, and then the next time you're like going in a totally different direction. Now, and I am drawn to the fact that the flags here, the directions that this person is needs to decide on is indecisive or which. So I don't know if you are trying to decide on changing your career path, maybe something spiritual. You're being guided to go ahead and walk the path, or just stay in a state of confusion. But it's almost like you're avoiding to make this decision. Probably because you yourself don't really know what you want. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. And not making a decision is actually a decision. What do you truly want? Maybe you need to take some time and, you know, meditate. Maybe write a list. Write a list of all the things you desire, you know, the things you want, and just start like crossing it out. You know, Ace of Swords under the deck. It says, look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. So the ideas are coming. The downloads are there. You have the downloads, maybe too many downloads to the point where you're like, you're confused. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. And we had the Two of Swords, so a lot of air energy. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. So I could be speaking to someone that, you know, you need to speak your truth. Maybe the path that you have to take, the decision that you have to make, or you're refusing to make, is to cut something or someone out of your life, you know, and you need to just speak your truth. You're not dancing around it anymore. You're not trying to, like, you know, avoid problems, avoid arguments. You know, you might need to go ahead and let someone know just who you are. You've been quiet for way too long. There could be someone trying to make a decision on you as well. the Four of Swords. It says, why aren't you resting? So I could be speaking to someone who is trying to make a decision on, taking a break, like I heard that there's this ancient, the Chinese, there's an ancient Chinese belief that to acquire wealth is usually when like you're laying around, you're sleeping, being lazy. So that's why they say when a woman is laying around that they're actually creating wealth, money. So you could be busy working, hustling, working hard, trying to make money, but you might be surprised if you were to walk away from something and just take a break and just focus on yourself, focus on your well-being, your just getting the rest that you need, enjoying peace, taking a vacation. That's when you're going to attract a lot of abundance and prosperity. Things are going to just work out for you. I could be speaking to someone who's afraid to retire. You're burned out. I'm hearing that you're burned out. And you're still pushing it, still pushing it. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, holding on to things, holding on to people, holding on to situations that's no longer serving your highest good. It says, treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. So yeah, this is the time to put yourself first. This is the time to choose you. Pamper yourself. Even now we got the Queen of Wands. So remember, initially you were the Queen of Swords, right? Now you're the Queen of Wands with the red dress on. Admiring yourself in the mirror, realizing how beautiful you are. I'm drawn to that sunflower in your hair. And we got the black cat giving that, like, the sunflowers, the goddess energy. The goddess that likes sunflowers is Oshun. Goddess of beauty and abundance. Yeah. The Queen of Wands is a witchy type of person, witchy woman. That's what the black cat symbolizes. Doing that mirror work, that glamour magic. So maybe this is a time where, instead of just sitting there, not making a decision, this is the time to pour into yourself. Tap into the gifts that you have, the Queen of Wands. Put that red dress on if you have to. Put that red dress on because you got some new beginnings coming with the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups under the deck with this potion. So the Ace of Pentacles says, wow, what an abundant opportunity. So maybe that's the decision that you're going to have to make very soon. There's a decision that you're going to have to make. If you make this move, walk away from something that you're holding on to that has not served your highest good. Choose you, right? With the Queen of Wands, confidently, because the Queen of Wands has confidence. Have confidence in your magic. You will receive this Ace of Cups. It says, do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. So yeah, this will be handed to you. There's something being handed to you from the universe, from the Most High. You're being handed something. Love and money. Something that you're going to love to do. And it's going to be very, very financially, you're going to make money off of it. So we got the Ace of Cups, okay? For some of you, you would need to walk away from something to receive this new beginning. You're going to have to, and I said you need to walk away from something. And what do we see here? The eight of cups. Yeah, you will need to walk away from something to receive this. He says, if your life feels stale, explore, some new scenery. Yeah. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Get out. You know, stop being dry and boring like the Queen of Swords and put that red dress on and go out. There's somebody that's going to find you extremely attractive and it's going to be a beautiful new beginning. But you got to walk away from a situation, a person, a lifestyle. You have to walk away. It's not serving your highest good. Ace of Swords is back out again. You got 3 aces. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, honey. That's the crown of victory. That's a crown of victory. You got all these blessings coming in. 6 of Pentacles. Get out, just get off that couch. Get off that couch. You know, it says every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. See, she just found a shiny ring or some type of jewelry under her couch. So there's a blessing coming to you. Maybe, you know, you lost something valuable and you're going to find it. Once you choose yourself, you're going to be like this shiny new jewelry. Okay, once you choose yourself, the universe is going to give you that same energy. But something is definitely happening all of a sudden. Scorpio energy. Something is definitely going to happen all of a sudden that's going to force you to make this decision, that's going to force you to take action. And I'm also hearing that all of a sudden someone is going to come out of hiding. Someone is going to come out of hiding, looking for you or making contact with you. And it's going to be shocking. Maybe this person is out of a relationship. You know, they've been waiting for that perfect moment. This person has been out in the cold. You know, the Queen of Swords is here. This could be someone that, you know, the Queen of Swords cut them off. What is this? The 10 of Pentacles under the deck. Even with this 10 of Pentacles, this person looks very, like, unhappy. But, you know, they're coming towards you for you to fill their cup again. Maybe, you know, they're the one that's finding this lost, beautiful piece of treasure that they forgot about. Or maybe they've been looking for you and maybe you've heard through the grapevine, like, oh, she moved over here or he moved over here. And it's like a wish fulfillment because, you know, all this while, you know, this person has not been themselves. They've been ill. They could tell you that they've been going through some health challenges. And you're the one that has the potion. You're the one that has the potion. As in your energy. Ace of Cups. That divine energy. They need like the magic that you carry. This could have been someone that was juggling you and other people, entertaining other options, especially with this 2 of Wands here, okay? Entertaining other options, trying to juggle you and someone else at the same time. And they thought that, you know, whoever this other person was like, you know, I don't know if they felt that that person had more money or had something that you didn't have, but it ended up being not true. So they could have had a baby with this person, you know, a child. They could have had a child, and, you know, it just was a situation where it's not working out for them. Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So there could have been like a cheating situation, third party situation. Maybe the person that they were dealing with was someone that, you know, the person that they were dealing with rejected them at some point with this Four of Cups here. They just felt like, you know, either they didn't make enough money or whatever they were expecting it was going to be was not. It's almost given like their person wanted to be single and wanted to be out of that situation. In fact, they got with a player with the Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, Tower card again. So something could have happened all of a sudden. This person could have, like, you know, were kicked out of the house, or something happened that they found themselves out. Maybe them and that person could have had an altercation, maybe some type of, like, you know, they could have got into some type of argument, and the person could have accused them of, you know, trying to harm them, or, you know, just given like this person was lied on, and, you know, just given that type of energy to where that person just did something just to get them out of their life all of a sudden, you know. So this person went through the ringer. Your person went through the ringer, you know. So they're going to come in and probably, you know, acting all, you know, like humble and, you know, just really trying to win you back, because there's a clear difference in you and this other person. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Let me see. Which deck do I want to use to clarify? I'm going to pull some of this. Yeah, let's get some of this messy truth cards and shine some more light on this. Divine Spirit, give us some more information on what's going on here. Okay, we have a card that fell. Which one is that? Truth hurts. Wow, the truth hurts. Reality check, wake up call, clear eyes. So this person, like I said, they regret everything. You know, they probably could be looking at your pictures and they're having a reality check. They have a reality check. The truth hurts. They know they fumbled you. Maybe this person could have already reached out and you have to make a decision on if you want to, you know, entertain this again or go with something or someone completely new. Hot and cold. Mixed signals, pull, push, whiplash. So yeah, this is somebody that will just kind of like come in and out of your life. Sometimes they'll come in real hot and passionate, and then they grow cold. It's kind of giving that Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands energy, you know, so you don't know where you stand. You know, one minute everything is all wonderful. There's a lot of passion, and then next minute is like, you know, you're with them and they're on their phone. They're not paying you any attention. They're like, you know, It's like you don't know where you stand. We even got this one, love me, then leave me. You see that? So it says back and forth feelings, unstable affection. And that was that Two of Pentacles that we saw. It's like up and down, taking you through the ringer. You're not really sure exactly where you stand. It's hot and cold. And maybe this was a situation where you had to come to realization. I mean, you tried to hold on to that relationship. And this person just feels like you're keeping the light on for them. You kind of like that song by, what's that song by, what's his name? Leave the door open. I mean, I want you, how's it go? Leave the door. You know the song, Lord, don't make me sing. I want to leave the door open. I want to leave the door open. I want to, yeah, something like that. Don't judge me on my singing. My voice is tired. Anyway, Spirit is saying you deserve better. Have self-worth, realization, and empowerment. This could be the energy you're in right now, where you're choosing you. You're confident now. You know who you are. You're not going to just allow yourself to be, you know, treated any type of way. Treated less than what you deserve. Someone that comes in, love bombs you, and then rejects you for no reason. You know, it says block and bless. Okay, block and bless. Block and bless. Boundary, no contact, closure. Block them and just say, oh, bless you. Set those boundaries. No contact. Don't you're being advised no contact. We're in Mercury retrograde, so we know these exes are trying to come in. Okay, but this situation needs to be closed. That's why the Queen of Swords is here. When the Queen of Swords cuts someone off with their sword, that's it. That's it. You said what you needed to say to this person, and it's done. You deserve better. But, you know, unfortunately, they're not done. They're still obsessively watching your pictures, probably trolling your social media pages, right? Asking people about you, maybe going to where they know you will be, hoping to, you know, get that hold on you again. You see, he has this, like, he has her tied up. Sorry about the glare. He wants to get that control again. He wants to get that control again. He might have felt like you know, now you're more confident. You feel empowered. You're loving yourself. You're having confidence. You're not taking their calls. Or that's what you're being advised to do. Once you get out of this hold they got on you, this stronghold. See, she's tied up on her knees. That's where they want you. Submission. You know, submission. They go in and out of your life, and when they come back in, you need to assume the position, right? Just assume the position. Let them do what they want. Do what they want over here, and then go like that. You see, this is red, and then this goes blue. It's nice and passionate, but afterwards you feel empty. You feel like a void. You feel nothing. That's what they want. And you need to be strong. It says done explaining. No more justifying. Silent exit. Energy protection. So this is a time where you need to definitely, You don't need any more conversations. You know, they're gonna want to have that conversation where they're like, oh, but you did this. Oh, but you did this. Oh, this is why, because you're always doing this. You never do this. No, no, no. You're done explaining. Just make a silent exit. A silent exit. Set that boundary and have that closure. Okay? So that's for somebody. Oh my God, Spirit is talking. This says this wasn't love. It wasn't love. You thought it was love at the time. It says fantasy crash, truth exposed, done hoping. You're realizing now that this was not love. And that's why you walked away. And if you haven't walked away, you need to walk away. Go ahead and walk away. Go through the pain. Should have been done. You should have been done this. Should have been done. Dragging on. It's already over. In denial. Maybe I'm speaking to someone who's in this energy right now. You know, you're still dragging on. You're still, maybe that's the decision that you need to make. Go ahead and make that decision and use your sword and cut this shit out. And choose you and move on. Set those boundaries. And I understand sometimes for those of you that it's like a very strong commitment, like a marriage, it's not easy. I get that. And divorce is never an easy thing. It's like a death, you know. But sometimes you have to choose your mental health, your well-being, your health. For some of you, you could have like started declining physically. I could be speaking to somebody, you know, you wake up feeling different. Okay? This says woke up different. Shifted energy, done tolerating, silent strength. So maybe you just woke up and you're like, I'm done with this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. You know, you could have been dealing with depression for a while. When you look in the mirror, you don't even feel beautiful anymore because of the way this person treats you. You feel less than yourself, and something just turned on for you. A light switch just turned on, and you realized that you deserve better. And you decided to put an end to it. You know, you're not taking this anymore. So you might have this person on block. This says blocked AF. You might have this person on blocked, or maybe you found out this person has you on block. So I could be speaking to someone who is in the waiting game. You waiting for this person. And what they do is when they come in nice and passionate. Oops. Right? And when they leave, they block you because they're in a whole nother situation and they don't want you to get caught. So they have to block you. That's for someone. And then you're still just trying to figure out what's going on, you know, checking their social media. That's for someone obsessing over this person. This person knows that you're dealing with that, you know. This is something they do, love you, then leave you. It's not for everybody, but there's somebody that's in this energy. You deserve better, love. You deserve better. Go ahead and heal yourself. Call your power back to you. Call your energy back to you. You know, whatever. It's kind of like that devil card where they have this, like, have you in bondage, right? Have you in bondage. So you have to set yourself free, okay? Set yourself free. Stop stalking their socials if you're doing that. This says stalking their socials, secretly obsessed, watching, lurking. This could be them. If you're the one that cut them out and you block them, they're still kind of lurking. So just make sure you got your privacy settings on properly, okay? Yeah. This is how they want you. This card is back. They want you like this. Wasn't love, it was control, possession, power play, and ego. This is how they want you. On your knees, just available for them whenever they're ready for you, when they have time for you. Yeah. Okay? This is not love. That's why this is not love. This wasn't love. This wasn't love. It's time to wake up. This wasn't love for somebody. You know, some people feel like, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, this is beautiful. It says, I choose me. She's choosing herself. Self-love, emotional maturity, clean break. This is the third card that's talking about like a clean break, silent exit. Yeah. Choose you and not this monster. That's what I'm getting. And somebody, I mean, y'all could be playing this silent treatment thing, no contact zone, still attached, but just plain silent treatment. This could be somebody. Y'all still kind of connected to each other, but just, you know, both of y'all are trying to see who's going to hold out the longest. Who's going to break. That's another manipulation tactic. That's toxic. That's not true energy. So it's time to walk away from this situation that's not serving your highest good, because the universe is trying to bring you some new blessings. You know, the right type of love that you deserve. Okay? So that's the message that I got, guys. Choose you. Choose you. Okay? On that note, much love, many blessings. Bye-bye.